Welcome, WNBA fans. So I'm covering this game between the Seattle Storm and the New York Liberty. It was played in Seattle, which is a rockin' place since the Sue Bird and Stewie days. So Stewie was back on her original court from, when she got drafted by Seattle. So this was a great game. It was a great game. New York, number one, they got to fly across the country, which, that always affects your body. I don't care, who you are. It definitely affects your, because it's the time change and it's a long flight. That's a long flight to Seattle. Anyway, no excuses. Everybody's got to deal with it. The whole thing. So, first off, no UNESCO, okay? Jonquil Jones is out. Leonie Phoebe's just playing Eurobasket. So that's 3 of their 5 starters not there. Stewie's trying to anchor everything down. Cloud's in there to help, at the point guard position. They put in Johannes. They only had 8 players. 8 players to play the whole game. And New York was not an easy out. Seattle ended up winning this game, but there was a play right at the end of the game. I think it was like 1:20 left. And Rebecca Gardner got the ball. She's driving down the hoop, and Skyler Diggins blocks the shot. Then someone else gets it. I think it was Stewie, and either Nneka or Ezzy fouled her. So she ended up going to the foul line. But, that was, if Gardner had hit that, it would have been a 1-point game. Or a 3-point game. Anyway, it was really, really close, right down to the wire. And, New York just didn't have enough. But they were not going away easy. Seattle was giving them everything they had. And, New York was just not, they were not an easy out. So, we're going to look at scoring here. Gabby Williams, they were saying that she's on track for having the most steals in WNBA history this season if she keeps it up. She didn't shoot very well. She was 4 for 16. So Seattle probably would have had a bigger win because she's one of their leading scorers. But she did score 12 points and she had 10 assists. So, and 6 rebounds. So overall, it wasn't a great shooting night for Gabby, but she did a lot of other things well. And you could see her frustration during the game. Nneka, always reliable Nneka. 26 points. She had 7 rebounds. She shot 70% from the floor, 40% from 3. So good game, Nneka. Ezzy had 6 points, 8 rebounds. Erica Wheeler had 9 points. 9 points. She only had 1 assist. That's low for her. She didn't shoot very well, 4 for 13 and 1 for 5 from 3. That's not a great game for her. But Skyler Diggins, she has been very reliable. Yeah, Skyler Diggins had 20 points, 6 assists. She shot 6 for 17 and 3 for 7 from 3. So, and then she got to the foul line, 5 for 6 on the foul line. Alicia Clark had 4, and that was pretty much it. Malonga had 6, and I don't know. I'm looking at the minutes here, and you have Gabby, Nneka, and Skyler and Erica, and they're all playing like 35 minutes a game. And I'm just wondering if down the road that that's going to hurt them. They've got to rotate people in, or they're going to wear them out. That could be a problem down the road for Seattle, but maybe not. Skyler Diggins is in fantastic shape. So is Erica Wheeler, and Nneka's always reliable. But the more tired you get, the more risk of injury that happens. So, but looking at New York, Rebecca Gardner had 12 points, so she stepped in. She helped out a little bit. Brianna Stewart only had 18. For New York to win, she was going to have a 30-point game or something. But I'm sure Seattle's, whole game plan was, keep Brianna under her averages. And she shot 42%. She didn't take, no, she was 0 for 2 from 3. And then Sabally had 8. They were going to need more from her to win this game. Maureen Johannes, she shot 7 for 13. She was 3 for 9 from 3. She would have had to have shot better than that for New York to get this win. But she had 17 points. But New York had a bunch of turnovers. They were, like I'm looking here, Cloud had 6, Johannes had 4, Sabally had 3, Stewie had 5. Too many turnovers for New York for them to pull this game out. But they sure were in it right to the last minute. I mean, it was just very exciting game. Burke had 9. Jalen Sherrod came in a little bit. She played 14 minutes. She had 8 points. And Harrison had 2. But, you know, I mean, New York would have had to really overcome a lot of things against them to pull this game out. So Seattle comes away with a win, 89-79. Good job, Seattle. You know, New York is a very tough out, and they did it. They did it. You know, especially with New York, you know, not missing some people. Good game for Seattle. So that's pretty much it for that game, and we'll see you next time.